Hello, welcome back to Snapbolt. I got another vintage cube draft for you, and we open power. We open Mox Jet. I'm gonna slam that. Not even close here. I always take the Mox, so gonna go with that. The next best cards that I like, I really like Consecrated Sphinx. Steam Vents would be a fine pickup. Signet. But if Mox wasn't here, I might just slam Consecrated Sphinx here. This is, I think, one of the best 6 drops. It's can win the game pretty single-handedly. It's a nice one, but we're gonna go Mox Jet. Let's see. We get past a bunch of good planeswalkers: Ashiok, Gideon, Teferi. There's Force Negation, which is a nice one. Scrubland, that goes decent with Mox Jet. Buried Alive, if I wanted to go into Reanimator. Teferi is strong, and so is Force Negation. I think it's between, for me, Ashiok, Teferi, Force Negation. I was kind of leaning towards Ashiok. Force Negation is pretty strong, however. There's Sundering Titan 2, but I'd rather pick that up later if we already had the Tinker. Scrubland is solid. Wonder if that's better than these cards. I don't think so. I think it's between Ashiok, Teferi, and Force. I'm just gonna take the Ashiok, 3 mana. Force Negation is solid, but you do need blue cards, like a good number of blue cards for it to be good. So I'll just go with Ashiok there. Now, wow, nothing is jumping out at me at all. I mean, I don't really want to take Fallen Shinobi or Glorybringer. There's a Master of the Wild Hunt I suppose I could take. There's Flame Slash as a removal spell. I guess I could just take Hero's Downfall. I could also just take Overgrown Tomb. I think I'm just going to take Downfall. Overgrown Tomb is fine, but with Ashiok, Downfall, Mox Jet, we could just be like a pretty sick control deck. Let's just go with that. Time Spiral, Tendrils? Interesting. There's also just like a Theomancer if I want to just like stay in control. And I could take Time Spiral and see if the Tendrils wheels and like possibly go into Storm, but Time Spiral is pretty strong. I mean, it's definitely stronger than a Theomancer. Is this card fine if you're not Storm? Probably not. I think I'm just gonna take Ophiromancer. Just taking the Time Spiral, Tendrils probably is not gonna wheel. And then it just seems like a little too risky of a line, so I'm just gonna take Ophiromancer there. Be happy with that. There's a Corpse Dance, so we did pass the Buried Alive, so I could go into Reanimator with what I have, but I think I'd rather just take Riftwing. This is a card I've always been impressed with. I think it's pretty strong. I think I'm gonna take that over Chupacabra. Although I do have 2 black cards and a Mox Jet, so maybe just like going into black and like maybe playing this Ashiok or maybe splashing it is better. Chupacabra seems fine, but not insane. I think Riftwing's better than Chupacabra, as surprising as that is. I think I'm gonna go Riftwing. I don't want to just narrow myself into like a weird mono black deck. It doesn't seem like a good line, but I like Battle Ball a lot. I'm gonna go with it here over Looter, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna go Battle Ball over Looter. This card's fine, but it's not my favorite. Let's go Battle Ball. Now, if we wanted to stay in blue and black, there's basically just Tasker and Nighthawk. I think I am gonna take Tasker. There's also consideration just to take like Rakdos Return or even Bayou. Don't think there's any consideration to take Hero or Den Protector really, but I'm not the biggest Vampire Nighthawk fan. But Tasker seems good. Let's go with that. Ooh, there's a Garruk and a Hippie. Now maybe this is where I take the Garruk. Hippie is just like fine. It's not that good. And Garruk, I think if like any of those black-green lands come back around somehow, Garruk does seem pretty powerful. Let's just take it. I think it has high upside. So Lesnia Signet. Could just take Field of Ruin here, or Vindicate. Field seems fine. I think I'm unlikely to play the Vindicate. Of course, then I just get a scrubland literally right after I say that. Also Gideon Wield and Rotting Regisaur as well. I think I'll just take the Regisaur. I don't think I'm going. I probably will not be white this draft. And then Enlightened Tutors here. There's also some good green cards. I don't really like Enlightened Tutor that much, especially here. Yeah, we could put Battle Ball on top, but I'll just take Master of the Wild Hunt in case we end up black-green. Oh, and Tendrils did come around. Well, I can just take Tendrils, I guess. I think it's better than taking Ancient Grudge. Alright, there's Heartbeat. Oh, I could just take Assassin's Trophy, actually. Because I could end up being black and green here. I don't think I'm playing either of these cards. Because our green cards and our blue cards are actually pretty close. Like, our green cards are good, as are our blue cards. We could also just go into Bug. Just like Bug mid-range. That'd be reasonable as well. Just green seems fairly open. We got these good green cards late. Rotting Regisaur is probably going to get cut. And note a lot of that... wow, there's a Mana Crypt. Nice. Note a lot of that Reanimator stuff did not come back around. Although if we had been snatching it up, we could have a decent Reanimator deck, but I don't even like that archetype that much, honestly. This is a slam Mana Crypt, though. This card is insane. I think it is worse than Soul Ring, but it's incredibly powerful. And opening Mox Jet and then Pack 2 opening Mana Crypt, that's just really good. Like, I mean, we can go, like, turn 1, land, Mana Crypt, Regisaur. That's pretty insane. Hopefully this Leovold comes around. Hopefully nobody else is Bug. Otherwise, we could play, like, a Duress or an Elvish Mystic or a Thief of Sanity. So we have a lot of cards we can wheel from this pack. But let's go Mana Crypt here. I do like Warren Power Stone, but I also like Coalition Relic a lot. Definitely going to take Coalition Relic. We didn't take any of the black-green lands, unfortunately, and we've already seen 2 go around, so we have to start taking lands or our mana is going to be kind of rough. But Coalition Relic is a really good mana fixer. That's what I'm getting at. Maybe this Incubation Druid will come back around or Glenelendra, but I need the Coalition Relic pretty bad. Alright. There's Maelstrom Pulse. There's Ancestral Vision. There's Urza. Necrotal, Llanowar Elves, Darkslick Shore. Maybe I just take Darkslick Shore? I do need the mana fixing really bad. I like Ancestral Vision a fair amount, but if our mana is really bad, it gets worse because you can't suspend it early consistently. And like, I guess I don't need to play green. Like, I can still just be blue-black. But even if that's the case, I should probably still take Darkslick Shores. So I'm going to do that. Let's go Darkslick there. Ooh, I do like Baleful Strix a lot. I haven't even looked at the pack, but there is a Shelldock. I'm going to take Shelldock. This card's insane. It's so powerful. Hopefully we will Trinket Mage somehow, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Shelldock is just so good. This is a first pickable card in my opinion. This is definitely like a pack 1 pick 1. It's just solid. But there's Baleful Strix, Trinket Mage, Search for Azcanta. There's cards for us here. Okay, Toxic Deluge, Ponder. I think I'm going to just take Ponder. It's looking like we may actually just ditch these green cards. Or we could just splash like a Garruk, maybe. I mean, we could even play Trophy too, but let's just plan on like trying to go more into blue-black again at this point. Take Ponder. Living Death, yeah, Reanimator is more open than I thought. But I'm just going to take Gonti. I like this card a lot. This is a pretty easy. There's nothing else that close, I think. Ooh, I almost just accidentally clicked on Living Death there. I could take Blooming Marsh. I could take Bone Shredder. I think that's about it. I think I just take Blooming Marsh. Bone Shredder is not too exciting, and I have a lot of 3s already. So this might allow us to be Bug a little bit better. Ooh, Creeping Tar Pit. Take that over Brutality and Citadel, Palinchron. Yeah, It's a really easy tar pit. That's a gift. That's huge. Alright, this is our opening pack. The Shallow Grave came all the way back around. Nobody ever takes Stoneforge, but I'm going to slam Thief of Sanity. It's looking less and less like these green cards are going to work out. I'm even just going to, I think, move them to the board for now. Garruk is like the most likely to make our deck at this point, but I still don't hate taking that Blooming Marsh, but yeah, I'm going to slam a Thief of Sanity here. Seems like where we want to be. Of course, then Lumbering Falls is here too. Okay, I mean, if our mana is good enough, like, we can just play like Lumbering Falls, Blooming Marsh, Garruk. I mean, I don't even know if we need to play Trophy. We could side it in, but like this way we could just play like a forest or two and just play this Garruk. We also have Coalition Relic. So if I play like one forest right now, I'd have 3-4 green sources for Garruk. That's probably enough because this can't come into play till a little bit later anyway. Trophy's a fine removal spell, but I'm just not sure if we need it. Regisaur might get cut. A Fumancer seems good. Downfall. Yeah, everything else seems solid. We're just like a blue-black kind of value-ish deck with like good cards like Mox, Mana Crypt, Battle Ball, Gonti, Ashiok. Our cards are all really strong, except really for Regisaur. Ophiumancer's a little bit weaker too, but I'm not that excited about Urza in this deck, but we just don't have that many artifacts, but I think it's still fine. It can add blue mana, and it just makes 2 bodies, plus it can give you something to do with your mana if you run out of gas. It might end up getting cut depending on what else we get, but we'll see. Alright, nothing really came back out of this pack that we wanted. I don't think there's any world where we play Wishclaw. I don't think it really matters what we take here. Wow, Balance coming that late. That's disrespect right there. This card's really, really strong, especially if you have the right deck for it with like multiple Moxes, Mana Crypt, and a bunch of Signets. This card is absolutely insane because you just go like turn 1 land, Mox, Signet, turn 2 Signet, Balance, and it just like destroys their lands, discards their entire hand. It's just like, it can be pretty nuts. Wraths the board, all for 2 mana. The key is having artifacts because Balance doesn't care about artifacts. It cares about lands, creatures, and cards in hand. But it does not care about artifacts, which a lot of them in this cube cost 0 mana. So you play it from your hand size goes down, and then yeah, just pretty sick. Really powerful, underrated, goes late a lot when it really shouldn't. You do have to have the right deck for it, but even like when I play Blue-White Control, I like this card a fair amount, just because sometimes like they go like creature, and then you can't you don't have enough time to Wrath, but if you just go Balance, discard like 2 or 3 cards from hand, like a 2 mana Wrath where you have to discard 2 more cards is often good enough to win the game still. So this card's sweet. Alright, our pack 3, pick 1 here. Tolarian Academy is interesting with like Mox, Mana Crypt, even if we get Battle Ball, but Karn Liberated seems sweet in this deck. We have extra mana and Mana Crypt, and just having like this to win the game seems pretty nice in this deck. I'm going to take it. Another thing I just wanted to touch on is it kind of looks weird having just this Garruk as the only green card in the deck, right? But remember that we're not only splashing this Garruk. Another thing to consider, do we want to splash Lumbering Falls? Having another manland is pretty huge at very little cost, because this is like a tapped island, and then if we have another green source, it's another manland. So not only it helps us cast our Garruk, but it gives us another manland threat. So we're kind of like splashing Lumbering Falls and Garruk at this point, which is cool. But yeah, I'm going to take Karn there. It's a good finisher. Seems pretty good. Wow, Imperial Seal, Golgari Signet, Trop, Liliana. There's so many good cards here for us. Oracle will die out, Phyrexian Metamorph. Man, even biogenic ooze we might, or no, I guess we probably don't want to, but I think I take Trop. I think it's worth it to be able to like have like a lot better mana to play this Garruk. We can even play this trophy pretty like easily if we want. Oracle's pretty powerful though. Imperial Steel seems good just with like this fast mana plus these big threats. Imperial Steel does seem actually pretty decent. Still think I'm going to just take Trop. Just take the good land. Play it kind of safe. Now there's Batterskull, Dismember, Mana Leak. I do like Batterskull a lot, but I think it's probably between Mana Leak and Dismember. I think I'm just going to take Mana Leak. Yeah, I like that. Batterskull is a good one, and it's fine just to cast. Especially with like Mana Crypt. Gets better. 5 mana 4/4 lifelink that's like can be reset. It's really hard to kill, but I'm just gonna take the 2-drop in Mana Leak. Our curve's kind of awkward. Rather get the cheaper card. Alright, here for us, we just took a Mana Leak unfortunately, but Shardless Agent seems decent. Didn't see this Verdant Catacombs at first. I think I'm just gonna take that. Really just solidifying this green splash, make it have like basically no cost. We probably don't even need to play a forest at this point, especially that we have Trop. Night's Whisper would be fine as well, but yeah, I'm going to take Verdant here. Shardless doesn't seem that insane, just because we can hit Mana Leak. I guess hitting anything else is good, but yeah, I'm going to take Verdant. Alright, here there's a Scalding Tarn, which only gets us Tropical Island right now. So that's not that enticing. There's like a Mesmeric Fiend, which is reasonable. I suppose even Kodama's Reach isn't bad, but I'm going to take Spell Pierce. I'm just going to play a Spell Pierce. I think that's fine. Kodama's Reach is enticing. Yeah, I don't think I really want Fiend or don't want Putrid Imp. Definitely don't want Arid Mesa. I think I'm just going to play it safe and do the Spell Pierce. Alright. Hymn to Torak is great. Tree Speaker. We don't have that many green sources. I love this card though. It's like I call it just Soul Ring, basically. Just bad Soul Ring. But I'm going to take Scarab God here. This is basically the best 5-drop in the cube. It's like can just like win games out of nowhere. It's so powerful. It's hard to deal with for a lot of decks. Yeah, I'd want this Hymn. I think we'd be fine able to cast it, but I'm going to go with Scarab God here. Another just way to like lock up the game really well. Now we can take Simic Signet, we can take Vendilion Click, or Ultimate Price. We do have a fair amount of 3s already and not that many 2s. And we have a lot of high end. I think I'm going to take Simic Signet. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I do want Vendilion Click, and I think I would take that over Ultimate Price. But I'm going to go with the Signet here. Just pushes us farther towards fixing our mana, and Signets are very good. So this deck is looking strong. I still don't think I want the Master of the Wild Hunt at the moment, but I am going to play the Trophy. We do need a couple more playables, I think, because if we run 11 more lands, then we'll have 19 land plus Moxjet Mana Crypt. But we do have some more playables here. I don't think I'm going to take the off-color Signet, but there's Edric, Murderous Rider, Basalt Monolith. These are all very good. I'm going to take Monolith. We have Karn Liberated, Battle Ball, Garruk, just like all this big stuff that if we can just cast it, we can probably win. And just like we have Mana Crypt, Moxjet, so going like turn 1 land, Mana Crypt, Basalt Monolith is insane. T2 Karn. So let's go with the Basalt Monolith and try to do some broken stuff. I'm going to take it over Thirst. We have a lot of good 3s already. Wow, Tolarian Academy Wield? Can we play that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I don't think we can even play it either. But do we want Yawgmoth? Sack another creature, put a -1/-1. I don't think this is very good in our deck. I guess I can just take it for the board. I don't think we want Tolarian Academy. I don't think we want Arcane Artisan. I'll just take that. Although I don't think it's what we want. Wow, Imperial Seal and Liliana Wield. I mean, this pack was insane. People might be like shouting at me if I take Liliana over Seal, but these tutors where you put it on top can be just really annoying. Where Liliana is just like another really strong card that we could just cast. I'm going to just take the Seal. I think it's worth it. Nice. Dismember came back around too. Awesome. It's another playable. So now we have 16 land, Mox Jet, Mana Crypt. I think that's where we want to be. So this is the deck as it stands right now. If we play against like Burn, I might even just bring in Tendrils. Because then we could just have a draw where we just like hold Mox Jet or Mana Crypt and just go like T3 like Mox Jet, Signet, Tendrils or something weird like that. I don't know. Or if we even just Tendrils for 2, it might not be bad. But yeah, this deck is looking pretty powerful. I guess Regisaur can get cut. Can also just kill people with it. Yeah. Night's Whisper or Shardless, actually. Shardless has like 2 pretty bad misses, though. I think I really do want to play Spell Pierce and Mana Leak. I'd rather have Night's Whisper, I suppose. Kind of want to cut this Urza, but I think it's fine. Just wonder if Regisaur is just bad. I'm enticed. Oh, shit. Wasn't paying attention there. It doesn't really matter. Sure. Could maybe bring that in against aggro. So do I cut Regisaur? I think I want to play this Night's Whisper. Don't really want to cut Regisaur. Let's see. Or do I cut Urza? I'm putting this here, obviously, because usually you're just suspending it for 2. Definitely want to play Garruk and Assassin's Trophy. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have a decent number of artifacts. Just making 2 bodies, plus the threat of activation for all this big stuff, seems worth it to me. I suppose after all this I could cut Spell Pierce. What if I play 15 land, Mox Jet, Mana Crypt? I think that's bad. I think I need 1 more mana source. I think the cuts come down to Urza, Regisaur. I guess I could even just cut Assassin's Trophy. Because giving them a land can be a pretty big downside. And I think it's just nice to have another removal spell, though. I'm not a big fan of Imperial Seal, but I'm going to play it. Yeah, maybe this Urza just gets cut. Like, are we really going to have time to activate it that much? I'm just going to cut it. And then sort by color. We only have 2 green cards. Everything else is blue and black. Black's definitely our heaviest color. We also have a Mox Jet as a black source. Simic Signet as another green source. How many green sources do we have? I think we have plenty. Especially with this Trop. I don't think I want to play Forest. Yeah, 5 green sources. I think that's enough. And I guess Field of Ruin can knock at us a Forest right now. But we don't need Forest that early most of the time. So I think we're fine. And then we can count blue. Verdant to blue and black source, which is nice. So that's like 7 blue. And how many black? 7 blue. Not as many black. 7 blue, 5 black. So we need mostly swamps. So this would be 10, 9. Oh, this is... I don't think we need forest. I could go 10, 9. 10, 9, like 6. Otherwise, I go 11, 9, 5. I like this better, I think. I could also play one more island for 10, 10. Because I have Ponder, Spell Pierce, Mana Leak. I'd rather have one of each. Alright, I'm going to go with this. Alright, let's just quickly organize the deck, take a quick picture, because that's always what I recommend. Just a quick snip of the deck. This deck looks fun. This deck looks really good. And I'll see you in round 1. Alright, welcome to round 1 against more Doobie. And we're going to keep this hand. We have Dismember into Night's Whisper into Death Shadow. No, we don't have Death Shadow, but we have Removal Spell, we have card advantage, we have good mana, we have a threat. This hand looks fine. Our opponent our opponent mulliganed to 6, and they're going to see if they're going to keep their 6. We're on the draw here. Gonna just F6 their turn. They kept 6, bottom to card. And they go land go. We will go land go as well, planning to suspend Riftwing on turn 2. Because that's what you're supposed to do with that card. If they play a creature, I'm almost certainly going to dismember it because my mana is going to be pretty tied up. Caracas is a good one. Really good against Scarab God here. Just going to go Blooming Marsh. Suspend Riftwing. Can't counter the suspend. Can counter it when you cast it later. Another nice thing about suspend. You can just tap out. Not be scared. Okay, blue, white, red. Could not even be white. Krakus is really powerful. Ooh, Dak. We don't have an answer to that yet. It's just going to get to keep looting. It's pretty brutal. Dismember does not deal with Dak. Which is one reason why I took Mana Leak over Dismember, I believe, earlier. Just because Mana Leak deals with stuff like Planeswalkers or Enchantments or just random permanents, where Dismember, yeah, it's efficient, but it only deals with creatures, where Mana Leak deals with a wide variety of stuff. Right now, I believe our Verdant only gets Swamp because we already have the Trop, and we don't have a Forest. And I made a mistake in one of my other drafts where I had a fetch land in hand and I was looking for a blue source, and I just chose, I was like, okay, I only have Verdant, and I was like, I basically had an Arid Mesa that could fetch a Tundra, and I was like, okay, I only have Arid Mesa and I can't get Tundra for some reason, so I messed up and I lost the game because of that. So try not to make the same mistakes again. Looking good. Wonder if I just lead on a Night's Whisper here. Then I would go up to 8 cards and then I play a land. Let's just go for it. Night's Whisper, Tarpit, go most likely. There's a Regisaur. Would I rather play Lumbering Falls? I don't think so. Next turn we can just play Regisaur, Lumbering Falls, or Regisaur plus a different land and play Dismember, depending on what he does. Opponent just looting away a bunch of lands. Stack is really, really good, especially with all the artifacts in this cube. We also have to keep in mind Scarab God, just awful against Caracas. Unless we get to 9 mana, then we can play it and activate it in response to Caracas. Make a 4/4. See what our opponent does here. Ooh, discarding Ugin. Interesting. They just think they're not going to have enough time to get all the way to Ugin. Looks like they might just be like blue, white, red planeswalkers. I just wanted to play a creature here, not another planeswalker. Wow. Opponent's deck seems solid. It's surprising that he discarded that Ugin. Alright, there's a Mox Jet, but again, Scarab God is not good here. So I think I'm going to lead on casting Mox Jet, and then playing Regisaur with 1 mana up, and then play a Lumbering Fall, so I'll still have Dismember up. Just cast Regisaur. This might get countered. And then play Lumbering Falls, pass the turn. Just surprising that he discarded Ugin when he has 5 mana here and Dak to find more mana sources. It's like he could have just kept mana sources in Ugin, but instead he chose to keep something else, so I assumed he had a counter, which he does. Okay. Couldn't really play around that. Just going to play Lumbering Falls and pass, get the tap land into play. Now we have to draw something. We're pretty much out of gas here. We just have these man lands. We can start attacking Dak. But if our opponent discarded Ugin, that's scary. Gonna try to cast Riftwing next upkeep. And then we're at 5 mana, so we're still a little ways off casting Scarab God and activating it in the same turn. Okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have played the Mox, but I think it's fine to play it. Because now I can attack Dak, even with Lumbering Falls. Which I think I'm going to do here. I guess I'm just going to bounce Mox Jet back to my hand. Because I don't really want to bounce Dak, I don't think. I'd rather attack it with Lumbering Falls. Yeah, bouncing Mox Jet seems the best to me. Spell Pierce, it's actually very relevant. I think I doubt he can deal with this Lumbering Falls attacking Dak. Plus I can also attack Dak with Riftwing. And the safest way I think to leave out Spell Pierce is to play Mox before combat. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go drop Mox. Because I need to tap the Mox in order to leave up Spell Pierce to activate the Lumbering Falls. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Activate Falls. And then attack both at Dak. It's not worth the 2 damage to attack him, because if he has something that can deal with this, I just don't know what that would be. Maybe like a Restoration Angel or something. I just want to attack Dak with both. That way he can't minus steal my artifact again. Restoration Angel here would be brutal. Looks like he doesn't have it. So this Spell Pierce could be clutch. He didn't even have a spell on end step? Wow, that's surprising. Can't believe our opponent discarded Ugin. Seems like something you want to be doing. I'm just surprised what our opponent could have kept in hand, discarding lands and Ugin, and then not had something to do, like have no play last turn. Maybe just removal spells he didn't want to cast yet. We can't Scarab God yet still, but if we draw Field of Ruin, we can kill this and then Scarab God. Let's see. Don't know if I have F6, that's why I turned off auto yield there. Want to have Spell Pierce up. Alright, what is this? Winds of Abandon. Yeah, just gonna let that resolve. I'll get a Swamp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Hero's Downfall. I think I just play Verdant. I think I'll activate Falls, hit for 3. Yeah, I don't really want to play Scarab God if it's just going to get bounced. I don't see really a point to doing that. And I'd rather not attack with Tar Pit into a removal spell. I'd rather just attack with Falls there. Let's get this out of there. Yeah, so our opponent just seems to be blue-white red control. Alright. This is going to get Spell Pierce for sure. And I think I'll fetch this before I draw. I want to draw gas. Okay, draw island. So now I can play Scarab God past the turn. Then he has to Caracas it, and then I can make a Regisaur. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's the line. So I just go play Scarab God, pass. Plan on activating this on his end step, targeting Regisaur. Then we still have these man lands as threats as well, plus 2 removal spells in hand. So we are kind of out of gas, but we have a lot of heavy hitters in our deck. We have all those good 7-drops. Control Magic targeting Scarab God. When it dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So, I mean, I think I can just make a... I don't even want to make a 4/4 Regisaur here, I guess. Control Magic, huh? Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Exile target creature from a graveyard. Make it, except it's a 4/4 zombie. Because then I have to discard to Regisaur. I think I just dismember now and then I can get it back at end step. I guess I'll just wait to go to his main. Alright, just gonna let that resolve. He controls it, but I still own it. So if I kill it, it still goes back to my hand. I'm just gonna dismember it, not paying any life. He only has Caracas up. Keep this downfall for another Planeswalker. He looks to be, again, blue-white red control, like kind of Planeswalker. So, just gonna dismember that. It'll go back to my hand. That trigger goes off. Returns to my hand. Imperial Seal. Alright, well, suppose I just cast that and get, like, Karn. Could get Battle Ball, but I think Karn is what I get. So, yeah. Let's just go Imperial Seal. And I can still activate Lumbering Falls and Tar Pit here. So yeah, I'm just going to get Karn liberated. And go land. Activate Falls. And then activate Tar Pit. Then hit for 6. Pass the turn. Our shields are down, but we're drawing Karn. So probably just going to go Karn minus target Caracas. That takes him off one. Oh, I was going to say it takes him off one of his white sources. But let's see what he does here. Might just be able to just attack with manlands. Ooh, Elspeth Sun's Champion. That's a good one. I don't know if it's going to be enough against Karn. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can just go Downfall Elspeth, Karn plus target you. That seems great to me. Alright, Downfall Elspeth. Play Karn. I can't minus Karn now because then it just gets attacked by soldiers. So I have to plus it. But I still get a card out of his hand. So the last card he has to deal with Karn, or he has to top deck something. Because Karn Liberated pretty strong. Chart a Course. It's a good one to get. Still have these really threatening manlands here. Yeah, attacking Karn, that's a good sign for us. This is should be a pretty good matchup just in general. I think I'm gonna start by plussing Karn again. Could just minus kill Caracas, but yeah, this goes up in loyalty, gets cards out of his hand. I like it. Can also trophy the Caracas, which is interesting, but I don't think I want to do that. He exiles a land. Trying to keep something in his hand. Alright, let's activate Falls. And then the thing is, if I activate Tar Pit, I won't have Trophy up. But it also puts him dead to both my threats. I think I'm going to do it. Activate Tar Pit, hit for 6. And then he has to have like a removal spell for this Tar Pit or he just dies. Just kill him with like basically manlands only this game. That's why manlands are so good. Okay, got the first one. Trophy does seem good in this type of matchup where you want to kill planeswalkers. This Merrick Fiend, not as much. I was going to say we can bring this in like maybe against some like straight storm decks. If they can't really kill it, it's really good. But here I don't think we want it. Don't think we want Master of the Wild Hunt or really Urza. I think we just run it back, honestly. Our decks seem like kind of like similar-ish strategies, but I feel like our deck might be more powerful, and this hand seems really, really good. He mulliganed again. He's also mulliganed both times, but yeah, this hand is insane. So we can go turn 1. This can get Trop, so we can go Verdant, Mana Crypt, Simic Signet, go, leave up Mana Leak, or even just cast Night's Whisper if we want on turn 1, which is probably what we're going to do. So I go Mana Crypt, he's F6'd, Simic Signet, oh, yeah, I'm not able to actually cast Night's Whisper because I have to tap this Simic Signet for mana. I could have played Swamp first, but I'll just leave up Mana Leak now. So I'll just play Verdant, pass the turn, just leak anything he does. This might be better anyway. Yeah, I'm going to leak this. Get Trop. Cast Mana Leak. Oops. Have to tap in the other order, which is always kind of annoying with Signets. Mana Leak the Signet. Tails never fails. Lost the flip. And now I was going to say now I'll just jam Scarab God, but he has this Caracas out. So I just go Swamp, Night's Whisper. And then I can't play Ophiomancer, so just pass the turn. See, Caracas is just so good. It's just like, if he didn't have Caracas, he would have had to somehow deal with this Scarab God like the entirety of last game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still 2 mana off. Well, we have another land in hand, but we still need 1 more mana to cast Battle Ball. Hopefully he just goes for Dak here. Yeah, perfect. I'm just going to use Simic Signet be safe because he could have daze. Don't want to get got by daze. He has 3 cards in hand. We have 4. We have a bunch of mana. So as long as we don't die to this mana crypt every time. Yeah, Tails never fails. Like I said, mana crypt only does 1.5 damage a turn. So it's a pretty slow clock. Next turn we can just cast Battle Ball. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm just gonna jam it here. Tails never fails. Won the flip. Like I said, never fails. Ooh, Field of Ruin. That's actually really nice. So I just Field Caracas. I could just play Scarab God right now. But I think I just like jamming Battle Ball here. I'm just gonna attack first. And then jam Battle Ball. Just put such a quick clock on him. Does he have the mana leak? Oh, he does. Oh, Mana Tithe. That's brutal. At least we still have the field into Scarab God here. We can make a copy of Battle Ball. But it's obviously not ideal to get Battle Ball Mana Tithe. Now that we know about that, we can play around it a little harder. Wow, won 3 flips in a row. Better lucky than good. Slam for 3. Go field your Caracas. I probably shouldn't have done this in main phase because it can float an extra mana, but I don't have really a choice now. Okay, he doesn't even float. Okay, just gonna get Swamp. And I know I can't activate this turn, but I'm just gonna jam. No mana leak, please. Nice. He's stuck on 3 mana. Could have like Ugin and stuff in hand that he just can't cast. Elspeth, Gideon. There's a 4th mana. Okay, we can get a Battle Ball now. So Tails never fails. Wow, 4 flips in a row. Nice. I guess I could have made a zombie to scry, but this is fine. Let's just hit. Play a Coalition Relic, and then plan on making a Battle Ball at the end of his turn. Just gonna play all my cards out. Pass. This should do it. I'm not going to be scared. I'm just going to activate Scarab God end of turn. Ponder. Sure. Our opponent's deck does seem pretty good. I think he got a little bit unlucky. He mulliganed both games. But still. I think our deck is strong. Our opponent has like a lot of good cards as well. Like sometimes when I'm playing my opponents, I'm like, oh, why would they put that card in their deck? But our opponent seems to have all cards that I like to play, like all strong cards. Plays a Plains. Does he have the Wrath? He does. Okay. So I mean, there's no point to use this. I mean, this does get returned to my hand, but it's obviously not ideal. Wonder if our opponent can get out of this. But the Scarab God is just so good. Now I can activate it twice. Wow, 5 flips in a row? That's pretty insane. Glimmering Falls is actually a good draw. Let's go black. 4, 5, Scarab God, Lumbering Falls, go. If he doesn't have another Wrath, I guess I can only activate once, but making a Battle Ball here is just insane because the tokens still trigger because this is when this enters. So making an end of turn 4/4 Battle Ball is almost as good as a 4/7. It's about the same. 4 cards in hand. He's at 6. Also drawing Lumbering Falls was good. Control Magic on Scarab God. Alright, I think that means we win. Because now I just get to go Battle Ball. And even if he has a Swords for this, it's not looking great for him. Okay. Put a charge counter. Tails. 1 to flip again. That's crazy. Alright, I'm going to add green. Activate Lumbering Falls. Wonder if I tap my mirrors or just attack with all. Let's see. If I attack with all, and he goes block, plow, he still dies. I think I just attack with all. I think this is safer to play around a 1-mana removal spell. Yep, got him. Good game, 1-0, and I'll see you in the second round. Alright, welcome back to round 2. We're 1-0. We're against Darrow 15, and we're going to keep this hand. It's kind of awkward to have both of our 7-drops in our opening hand, but we also have 3 mana on turn 1, plus a downfall. So if we draw more mana, we're fine. If we draw anything to do, we're good. We even have good mana. Ooh, turn 1 library. That's hard to beat. Let's see if we draw Field of Ruin. Because we don't really have a way to apply early pressure here. If he's just sitting there librarying, again, that's tough. Turn 1 Signet is really good as well, though. Regisaur, that's another good one. Alright, well, I'm just going to jam Regisaur. Kind of sucks that we might have to discard 7-drops, but turn 2 7/6. What you got? I think I start by... I wonder if I discard Battle Ball or Card Liberated here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'd rather be able to play Karn. So he's librarying on upkeep. Okay, it doesn't really matter unless he didn't have a land. So now he has to discard. Alright, what are we discarding here? I think Battle Ball, but maybe it's Karn. It's just tough. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's definitely a 7-drop. I'll just discard Battle Ball. Tar Pit. I'm gonna hit and then play Tar Pit and pass. We have him on a pretty quick clock here. Unfortunately, we didn't already have a Tar Pit in play, because then we would have a 2-turn clock, but it's still 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're so close to getting to this Karn. I don't think there's... It seems difficult to get to it. But I think I'm going to discard... maybe not. Maybe keeping Hero's Downfall is correct. Maybe I just discard Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just activating Tar Pit next turn. I go up to 6 mana, so let's think about this a little bit more. If I discard Hero's Downfall, then I draw a random card, I play a land, and I have random card plus Karn. So then I have to discard that other card, and then I have to draw a land to play Karn. So I think I just need to discard Karn. Yeah, because there's no real other way for me to do it. If I discarded Downfall there, and I would have to play a land, and then my hand is Karn plus land. I have to discard land, and I have to draw another land to play. I have to basically my card on top has to be land for me to be able to cast card next turn. But I'd rather also attack with Tar Pit anyway, so I think this is the line. Now we just go activate Tar Pit, hit with both. Next turn we're just discarding Swamp. Now both of my threats are lethal. So are we going to be able to beat a turn 1 library here? I mean, he did turn 1 library and then not do anything else, but that happens sometimes. Discarding Battle Ball plus Karn. Wow, conceded. We beat the turn 1 library. That is not easy. I mean, our opponent literally did not cast a spell, but we also played a turn 2 7/6, so that kills pretty quick if you don't have an answer. Looks like we're in another controlling matchup. Could side out Regisaur, even though it was good there, but yeah, I'm just going to run it back. Early Regisaur seems solid. We have Field of Ruin for library. This hand just doesn't seem good enough with the one land. I have to mulligan. Alright, this looks great. Gonna keep, and I think I might even just bottom trophy. I think I want all these lands. Yeah, I'm gonna just bottom trophy. I guess we also have trophy for library, but alright, I'm just gonna go Island, Mox Jet, go. Could be bad to play Mox Jet, but it also represents us having 2 mana. It's kind of scarier for him. He might choose to play his weaker threat because he doesn't want to get leaked. Regisaur, wow. Do I play a Fearmancer or a Regisaur? Just slamming an early Regisaur seems pretty decent. I think I play a Fearmancer here. Yeah, let's do it. This still presents 3 power, and I'd rather play Regisaur later once we can get down to Hellvent. Yeah, this would have died, but he also would. He probably would have waited up to kill it until we discarded, and then 2 for 1 dice. So I like our line. Next turn I might even just play Basalt Monolith plus land before playing Regisaur. Ooh, Thief of Sanity. If that hits us, that's not good. Yeah, I'm just going to go land, Basalt Monolith, go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana next turn. So we can go Scarab God plus Regisaur and then have nothing left really. This Thief of Sanity is just going to wreck us though. That's pretty brutal. Being on the draw here is just rough. It's not over though. He exiles a card face down. Oh, oh yeah, the other cards go to our graveyard. Forgot about that. So that's good for Scarab God, I suppose. And I can Verdant for I can Verdant for Trop here. If I had 1 more mana, I could just go Scarab God, leave up activation on like Riftling, Bounce Thief. That'd be insane. Field of Ruin, sure. Kite Sail, miss, nice. That's huge. Gonti. Interesting, interesting. I think I just want a Gonti here. Because I can hold this Verdant to discard to Regisaur as well. Yeah, I'm just going to lead on Gonti and I'm going to tap Basalt Monolith, I think. I could just not get a green source. Also, I could just get a black source to play around this field. I guess that's fine if he fields this, though. I can just get Trop. So I could go fetch for Trop, play Gonti. But do I want to hold this Verdant for the Regisaur? Possibly. Alright, I'm doing this. Add 3 mana, play Gonti. Because if I draw a removal spell, then I can kill this thief. Damnation. Mastermind's Acquisition for Raw. Mastermind's Acquisition. Interesting. I could go land, cast Mastermind's Acquisition for like Karn. I can also just go land Damnation. Which card would I put from my deck? Just like Karn, I guess. Because I have 1, 2, 3 more mana. I kind of like just Damnationing him, not letting him get another Thief hit. And yeah, I lose my Gonti, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to fetch. I'm going to just save the Trop. Because there's no reason just to let him field it, I don't think. And then just go Damnation now. Pass the turn. Next turn we can still play Scarab God plus Regisaur, or if I draw... Oh no, I can't because this is tapped. Duh. But I can just slam Scarab God. Ooh, Godless Shrine, tapped. 4 mana. We still have a face down card in exile, do we? Oh, he cast a Ponder. Oh, interesting. 1, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I'm off of being able to cast both. I just go Mana Crypt, play around like, I don't know, just some type of like Force Spike effect or something. Then I go Scarab God. Pass the turn. May have a removal spell, but then I can just cast it again. He doesn't. Maybe he has some exile effect in white. We'll see. Wonder if I want to make anything on my upkeep to scry one and have him lose 1 life. Maybe like making a Riftwing would be okay. So I have to sack a creature. Okay, this returns to my hand though. I can just recast it. If I draw a land, I can also just play Regisaur. Save a way to exile Scarab God? Probably not. Land. Head? Or, I mean tails. Tails never fails. Wow, we've been crushing these flips. Nice. Oops. Scarab God, and then play Regisaur. 0 cards in hand. Pretty sweet. And then we can just start activating this. The Gonti into Damnation just to stop the Thief of Sanity was kind of cool. He has 4 cards in hand, but our board is pretty insane. We have 12 power out. Plus, I mean, Scarab God, if you can't exile it, I can just keep casting it. 1 more land and I can cast and activate at the same turn. I can also cast plus untap Basalt Monolith in the same turn now. Does it Vindicate? No. Doesn't make sense. He's still paying cost. Deluge for 6. Sure. Well, Scarab God's going to go back to my hand. So now we want to draw another land. Jace. Sure. Plus target me. If he puts a land on the bottom, that's pretty funny. Guess he has to because of a Scarab God. Being able to activate it is huge. With Jace, what did he do? He put a card on the bottom. It's hard to stop us from ever drawing a land, though. And we just draw it immediately. Just gonna tap this now. Blue, blue, black. Carlos, Scarab God. Leave up activation. I mean, I could activate now and bounce his Jace, but I don't like that. I like just leaving it up. Oh, damn! I could have Plague Crafted and made him sack his Jace. Damn, that's wrong. I didn't take enough time there. Sorry for that, guys. I forgot about that line. So I might need to respond to something he does here with Plague Crafter. Okay, that was bad because now he can't activate the Jace. So I'm just gonna activate this. And then I'm gonna sack the Plague Crafter and he's gonna have to sack the Jace. So that was bad by me, but it was also bad by him. Because I don't care about this Terry, really. He can't even just bounce it with Riftwing. He has 0 cards in hand now. So, stack the triggers like this. Do I want to just Riftwing this now? I think I do. Because then I also get to... I probably want to just activate this twice so he loses 2 and I get to scry 2. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go activate, target Riftwing. And then bounce Terry. And then do I activate, do I get a Regisaur or do I just get a Gaunty, an Ophiomancer, or a Thief of Sanity? I guess the beginning of your upkeep, right? I guess I just get Regisaur because it's already past the beginning of my upkeep. Oh no, that was wrong. I mean, I probably should have just gotten a Gaunty, but this is fine. Tails, lost the flip, so unlucky. Now I get to scry 2. Our own Thief of Sanity. Bottom. Suppose I don't need it. Bottom. Tarpit is a great draw. He has Terramander in hand. So it's looking like we got this one locked up. Getting the Regisaur was pretty bad there, but it's fine. Yeah, getting Gaunty or pretty much anything else, Ophiomancer probably would have been the best thing to get there. Or maybe doing nothing, even though it drains him, and then getting a freebooter on his draw step in order to hit a non-creature spell that could stop us. I thought about that, but I was like, oh, I can save that for a future turn, but it doesn't matter. Even the slight misplay of getting Regisaur didn't end up mattering. So that was a pretty quick win, and see if we can 3-0 this. Alright, welcome back to round 3. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. We're against Maraximus USMC. This hand's like fine. We have like a Dismember into an Ophiomancer. But then we just have fatties in our hand. Like, can we do better on 6? I think our deck's powerful enough where we can. Just we have Mox and Mana Crypt. Drawing those are so huge. I think I can take a mulligan. Oh man. think we got to go to 5. We just, like, what can we do here? We just can't function. So opponent kept 6, and I got to keep this. Put back, I think, trophy. Kind of want to keep everything here. Could just put back Tasker. We're not going to get to that for a little while. Could keep trophy, put back Tasker land, but I think I like just keeping all the lands. As weird as that sounds. I'm going to play a fast land and then a tar pit and then another fast land. Lead on Darkslick to leave out Spell Pierce. It's enticing to lead on tar pit, but it's just that's just too greedy. Jorga. Scary. Alright, well, it's looking like we're not going to be able to play tar pit till later, but I have to leave out Spell Pierce for sure. It's not close. Playing tar pit there would just be like Ultra Greed. What if he goes like level Jorga, play like something I need to Spell Pierce? Okay, we're against green ramp. It looks like maybe blue-green ramp. It's a good archetype. One of my favorites to draft. Simic Signet, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 mana. This is tough because I want to suspend Riftwing. Can't play Simic Signet. I think I have to not play Spell Pierce this turn. I think I have to just suspend Riftwing here. And just go shields down. Hope he doesn't really have like a threat to ramp into. Looks like he's slamming 6-drop though. Primeval Titan. Well, we couldn't have Spell Pierced that anyway. I think we're gonna lose here. Although our opening hand, actually, the Dismember on the Jorga would have been pretty good. Let's see if we can come back here. Karn. Alright, I don't know if there's a huge point to leave out Spell Pierce, so I'm not going to. Just going to try to somehow get there. Although it's looking really bad. He got Cradle plus Lumbering Falls. Yeah, that's brutal. Our draw is just not really competing with this Soul Ring. It's the Crater Hoof. I mean, his draw was pretty good. Ulamog, alright. So he's green ramp. That was a good draw for him. Let's see. We don't really have a bunch of other stuff to sack for this. Master of the Wild Hunt is interesting because it can kill his smaller guys. Just gonna run it. Just gonna have our deck do its thing. We got this. You know, our opponent didn't submit there, and I just thought, I don't know if you could see that, but I was like, oh, he's mono green ramp. This is actually a good matchup to bring in Fiend. He might not have that much removal, so Fiend seems like it could be pretty good here. So we brought it in, and we cut Assassin's Trophy just because, yeah, ramping him's bad, trophying his little guys isn't good, and then if he goes like Primeval Titan and we trophy it, yeah, we kill it, but are we winning that game? Probably not. So, or at least from that position, it's not great to trophy, so let's play first. All we have is this mana leak. I'll keep try to go mana leak into Tassier. Certainly not ideal. And he has Soul Ring again. He'll go level, play something else again probably, and then I'll just mana leak it. Yep. Level. Oh, Rofellos? Jeez, these draws. I mean, our opponent's deck might be insane too, but definitely gonna mana leak a Rofellos. I can't play Tasker yet. Leave up Spell Pierce. Just pray that he plays something we can Spell Pierce. I guess that's another card I could have sided out. Spell Pierce. 3 mana. Non-creature threat, please. Oh, he played another land. Yavimaya Elder, sure. I never liked that card much. Hero's Downfall. Alright, I'm just going to downfall the Tree Speaker. Yeah, he has this Elder to get a bunch of lands, but I can't allow him just to like Primeval Titan next turn. Gotta stymie him a little bit more. I think that's definitely the play. This is allowing me to get closer to Garruk. I still can leave up Spell Pierce. Next turn I can play Tasker and leave up Spell Pierce. So this looks like where I want to be. He's just attacking for 2. Yeah, he didn't crack Elder. That's interesting. He must have lands in hand. But I think you would... Wow, that's interesting. You're going to get Island Forest. Yep. Then he gets to draw. Plays Forest. Okay. That was interesting. Ooh, Dismember. That's another good draw. I could play Tasker for 3 mana or 4 mana. I think playing it for 3 mana is worth it. So I'm going to go land. Tap like this. Play Tasker, exiling my graveyard. It's also the least suspect. I mean, it does look like we're leaving something up, but I don't need my graveyard anyway. Ventorn, sure. I'm not going to dismember that. Land. That counts as a land. I'm going to attack with Tasker. I don't think his deck is really going to have a counterspell. I'm going to play Garruk, and I'm going to 0 Making Wolves. Thought we were going to die this game, but looks like we're fighting the good fight. I'm scared of anything his deck can do with 6 cards in hand and 7 mana next turn. But our board's reasonably impressive, and he has to do something. We also have Dismember. Slamming something for 7 mana. Please let it not be something that I could have Spell Pierced. Green Sun Zenith for Primeval Titan. Damn. Oh, Finale for 5. What's he gonna get? Like a Thragtusk or something? Or one of those guys that makes 4 squirrels. That wouldn't even be that good against my board. Can also activate Tasker at some point. Spell piercing this would have been nice, obviously, but see, this is where you really want the picture of your deck list, because he could have. It looks like he's looking now what he's going to search for, but you want to know exactly what you're going to search for before casting it, generally, just to really plan out your turn well. Opponent in the tank. It'd be funny if he just gets Elder out of the grave. Gets Sakura Tribe Elder? That's weird. Wow. Mesmeric Fiend is a great draw that makes me feel way safer. Let's just lead on that, and then we can plan out our turn. Is the last minute side in Fiend going to be huge? Whoa. Tooth and Nail, Progenitus, Ulamog. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, Cradle. Wow, that's scary. Opposition as well. He can't cast Opposition, but he might be able to next turn. He can't cast Proj, and I can Spell Pierce this Tooth and Nail. I think what I'm doing is see, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna dismember the Fintornells for sure. And then I'm gonna let him keep this opposition. I think I just take Ulamog. Because if I just let him Tooth and Nail, I can just Spell Pierce that. Yeah, let's just take Ulamog. Let's go attack with all. Then Zero Garrick, make more wolves. Dismember the Fintorn Elves. Okay, he's gonna sack block sack. We know that this is his hand. Gonna not let Cradle add any more mana to by dismembering this. Then he's for sure just gonna cast Tooth and Nail, not entwined, to try to put in Proj, which should not be enough. You can also minus Garrick target this. That way I get to leave up Tasker. But I'd rather plus Garrick. So I'm just gonna do this. Dismember that. Make 2 more wolves. Pass the turn. Yeah, so I'm just gonna Spell Pierce this. Sweet. Now we have lethal. Nice, I didn't think we were gonna get that. But we were able to get there. So I do want Spell Pierce, I think. Just because we saw Tooth and Nail plus Finale, so Spell Pierce counters both of those things. Yeah, he can play around it, but I think it's worth it to have it. I think it's better than Trophy. Just wonder if we want Trophy in the deck. We saw Opposition as well. It's pretty scary. Giving another land just does seem pretty rough. There's a lot of big stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it like this. Gonna keep this Fiend in the deck. Alright. This is how we do it. We have a turn 1 Regisaur or Coalition Relic. We can even turn 1 Coalition Relic into Dismember. This hand is insane. Alright, what do we do? What do we do? I mean, turn 1 Regisaur seems pretty nice, honestly. Turn 1 7/6? That just puts so much pressure on him. I think I have to do it. I think I have to play the Regisaur now. Because I can't play Ashiok this turn, but I can play it next turn. We just had the combo of Black Source, Mana Crypt, Regisaur in our opening. Just forget about this Coalition Relic, I think. Yeah, next turn we can just play Ashiok. Wall of Roots. Alright, well we can kill that. Alright, so we discard, or we choose Tails, we win the flip obviously. And now we have to discard a card. So if I play Coalition Relic, I can't play Ashiok. I think I'm just going to get rid of this Coalition Relic. I have plenty of mana. Night's Whisper. I think I am going to dismember the Wall of Roots. So I'm going to go Swamp, Ashiok, plus, and then also play Dismember. Wow, hit 3 cards. Natural Order is a good one. And didn't hit a creature. That's kind of unlucky, but it's okay. Get our beats in. Ooh, Rex Sage on that. That's good. So we can discard this island, I suppose. Start by plushing Ashiok. Night's Whisper. land, attack for 7. He can take 7, but next turn he has to start jumping. Okay, he's just going to start jumping now. Next turn we discard land, play a Theomancer. And we can also play Edric if we want. Mana Leak. That's actually incredibly good. I'd rather leave up Mana Leak than play a Theomancer, I think. So I think I go -3, put an Edric into play. Attack. See what he does. And then just leave up Mana Leak. Yeah, just definitely going to leave up Leak here. Because it's likely he's just going to try to play a creature to stop this. And if he plays like a 1 or 2 drop, he's just going to have to start jumping. Wow, it just doesn't do anything? Sure. Discard a Theomancer. Thief of Sanity, that's interesting. I'm just going to start by attacking. Draw cards. Ooh, do not want to misclick here. This has been a great draft though. I mean, our opponent's deck is solid. I'm just not going to always yes, but I'll always yield. I am going to always want to draw though. I control these creatures, so I get to draw. Yes, yes. And he goes down to 4. And I just play Tar Pit and pass. That way I get to leave up Leak and have another like creature in Tar Pit as a threat. I think playing that isn't even that good. I'm so far away from adapting. I'm just going to plus. Upheaval Finale. Yeah, I mean, his deck is good. Ulamog Progenitus. Sakura Tribe Elder. That doesn't allow him to survive. I guess I could have just mana leaked it. But I think this is fine. Discard a card. Now I can discard Thief of Sanity. Play Trop. Activate Tar Pit. And we got it. Got the 3-0. I'm as embarrassed as I am to say it. I've drafted this cube like 10 times. I have not 3-0'd yet. Generally, I'm 3-0ing all the time. But this cube has been treating me a little rough. But hope you enjoyed this video. I thought that was a really fun deck to play, and we had a lot of really like tight, fun matches as well. So I had a really good time. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. If you like the content, please subscribe. There's a link right down below the video or one on the video here. Really appreciate it. And again, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was super fun. Till next time.